What's up, y'all boys? Today is Wednesday, September 3rd. We did have news at 10 a.m. The JOLTS job openings. And if you don't know, this is um, the statistic that releases out how many open jobs there are. This affects the how many job openings there are, and then this affects the Fed. This produces information to the Fed. Then I'm not sure if the Fed reflects on this information immediately, or if this is just the statistic being released. So let me honestly look that up. It's just a report. Quits, layoffs, other separations. This report helps economists, analysts, and investors understand labor market conditions such as tightness or slack by measuring the demand for and supply of labor. So I'm looking up what the JOLTS number today released relative to. There was a slight decrease in job openings relative to the previous month. Relatively stable compared to June, with little or no change across key indicators like job separations. That was for the July 2025 release. But I guess, okay, so the July 2025 was released on September 3rd, which is today. Okay, that's how it works. So let me show you the charts, show you how it's actually affected the market. Did I show you this? No, I didn't. I was just talking about it. All right, so here's news. You can see these at 10 a.m. JOLTS job openings, and then let's go on to the charts. On the left, we have the S&P 500, and on the right, we have the NASDAQ. On the left, S&P 500 from yesterday into today. Yesterday being a slight rally up during the downtrend, and then price dropped further. Then we saw price rally up, taking out recent draws to this point, before then dropping further, and then we saw this accumulation. It's like consolidation to accumulation to the upside. Very low volume here, very low. And then we see into London session, we see price pushes past previous session highs. Before then dropping further. We're not dropping further yet, but we took out these recent highs. Not quite taking out this, if you want to call this a high, more of a retracement. But so right now, from pre-market to New York session, we've been consolidating. And then on NQ, we've made SMT, because as you can see here, we made, I guess we did make our low, but ES has been more consolidating, while NQ had fallen but recovered, and it's now dancing in between orb and ES, similar to dancing with an orb, but more bearish in my opinion. We made a high, on NQ, made a lower high on ES, and that is where the SMT comes in. Lower high. There hasn't been an increase in volume. There's been an increase in bearish order flow, increase in bearish volume. So I guess if you could close below 5-minute closure below this org, but on the daily we're still a bit bullish. So on the daily, we're still pushing positive. I'm going to check trading view and see how many ticks really is in this position. Because we're getting a 5-minute candle closure outside of the orb, and we've had negative volume increase. Ticks, 70 ticks. And I was going to just hop off the market. Guess we'll just see. The higher trend, so the most optimal position, a position that I would take right now, is if we were to be accumulating in an opposite direction. If we were to have this same trend, these same candles, just in the uptrend. So to have price pushing out of the org to the upside would then lead me to have further confirmation that this is bullish order flow, and we'd be targeting these recent draws on liquidity. Now, since we aren't doing that, and on the daily we're bullish, I'm not going to trade. When in doubt, stay out. I'm back next time. So that is the trade recap for today. So today's the third. Yeah, and price is rallying. Price is rallying. I'm not saying I was right, but I think it's just better to stay out during conditions like this, or maybe just enter now on NQ off the back candle closure. That would be something. That would be an entry that's possible. That's if NQ closes above this orb. So this is a volume increase in a bullish accumulation. Price were to continue higher. So close down NQ above those highs, above 4.5. If we can close on ES, now we're getting some pullback. So I better just finish this. Not today, maybe tomorrow. Kind of strange. Yeah, sorry, though. I gotta change. Need to buy them. Set it off. Okay, my moon. Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Open up the door. Can you open up the door? I know you said before you can't open anymore. I know it's not for sure, but open up the door. I know you said before you can't. You Zero. That's when you found me. I was waiting.
Alright, y'all boys. That marks that. I'm going to journal my trade. Or actually, journal no trade. But I'm going to journal anyways. And then I'm going to still bullish on NQ. Honestly, I'm willing to miss out on a position like this because we had moves earlier. Didn't take the first move. There is a chance that price can consolidate within this area for the next 30 minutes. There's also a chance that price can continue higher. So there's a chance that price can push further down. What's most likely is it's hard for me to tell right now on ES. On NQ, we have recovered and we are bullish. Getting off the charts. We seem to be matching pace though. Both ES and NQ. We can get a candle closure above board, 5 minute candle closure above board on ES. We'll enter a position placing my stop loss at the midpoint here. Or this right here, bottom of this gap. It's hot as shit. My computer's hot. I'm gonna get off the charts. I'll just be watching it later. No trades taken today though. I'll catch you guys later.